just got back. Direct from Cleveland. Boy. Got a couple things I want to talk about right quick. Today is Dr. King's birthday being observed as a holiday today, January 15th, 2018. Originally, I was supposed to be back tomorrow afternoon. I had to cut it a day short. I actually was going to be back. I actually was going to come back yesterday. I was going to cut it back a couple of days extra, but I said, no, I'll go ahead and cut it back today. So I did. I'm glad that I did. I'll get to that later. It's recommended that you use this day as a day of service. I know some people don't. Many people do. Many people observe Dr. King's Day like I always do every year. Dr. King, he stood up for equality for all people. Not just for some. Not just for the rich. Not just for the poor. Not just for the middle class. But equality for all people. There's a reason for that. Because if you are rich, or if you're somebody who of means, or somebody who's well educated, like former President Barack Obama was, they still treat him like crap. Okay? That's why there were equal rights things in place for that. For all people. For all walks of life. You had to have that. And his nonviolent movement was actually to show the world that we are just as peace-loving as anybody else. That was part of it. Some people say that some of the things that he practiced might have been a disservice to, or might have hampered the progress of future generations. That's questionable. But I know as a result of what Dr. King did, allowed us to break the chain of that slavery mentality thinking that many people had prior to his presence in the world. It allowed people to view us for who we are as people, as being everyday people like everybody else, and being evaluated for the content of our character and the way we collect ourselves as people, not by the color of our skin. The problem is nowadays, people still tend to evaluate us by the color of our skin. And I think a lot of people have yet to learn that the process is about the content of your character. People haven't learned that. It's unfortunate. And until we learn to evaluate people for who they are, in terms of the content of the character, we'll be judged by the color of our skin, and people will continue to do so because they think that that's the standard. It's not. But you also have to teach generations of children so you can continue to break the cycle. And break the cycle out of that. Break the cycle to a point where you're evaluated for the content of your character and not for the color of your skin. Alright. Now I'm on to what I want to talk about beyond that. We need to do a better job of being there for our children, both mentally and spiritually. Now, I've talked about my struggles in the past living at home in Cleveland. And I'm going to tell you, I'll put it like this. It seems like every time I go home, not only is it a struggle to deal with the stuff that I deal with when I'm there, but it's also takes me back 40 years. 4 years to where I don't want to be. I don't want to go into great detail about it. I'll be totally honest with you. I really don't. I don't know how the hell they park these cars now. You know. I just don't know how you come from up out of the depths of bullshit that had nothing to do with you growing up. And somehow learn to deal with life better from it. To learn to deal with things better. Although it's still a struggle. I don't really want to go into great detail about people. I'll be honest. There was so much drama going back. I didn't get a chance to go downtown. I didn't get a chance to go visit other family. I really didn't get a chance to do much of anything. You know. And it makes me sad. You know, it's a struggle for me every single time I go. It is. It literally is. It literally is. Every time I go. Every time I go. And it doesn't seem to get any easier. And it definitely doesn't seem to get any better. Those are two things that hurt me more than anything. You know. But you also have to learn that just because we don't pick it, let's put it like this, we don't pick and choose our family. Alright. But you can learn from the betterment of because of the family that you are with, or the family you came from. It only makes you stronger, and it should make you stronger. It should make you better than the situation you're in. It really should. You should allow yourself to grow better as a person because of the situation you're in. As a result of that. Some of us don't. Some of us never grow out that situation. Some of us allow ourselves to follow the leader instead of leading your own life. You know, Negroes tend to do that a lot. We tend, I gotta go pick up my prescription. I just thought about that. We tend to do that all the time. Quite often we do. Many times over. Many times over. You know? So, as I've said time and time again, sometimes family can be your right arm or your worst enemy. I found it out this past weekend. I don't want to go into great detail But all I gotta say is this. When you bring up something to family, and you're in the mood or mode, whether you're not very talkative, and they ask you, you're quiet. Why don't you go ahead and talk? So if I bring up a subject, I do kind of expect you to respond back to it. A lot of times family don't like doing that. They just don't. They don't like talk. No. Don't like to talk at all. And you do what you do to make them comfortable. You do what you do to be there, let them know that you're there for them. You do what you do to help them out. Sometimes they don't want your help. Sometimes they don't want to talk to you. Sometimes they don't want to take your advice. And sometimes they just want to play straight out dumb. I've gotten to a point where I don't even want to deal with any of that mess no more. Family, no family. And I ain't talking about my immediate family. I'm talking about my other family. My blood family that I grew up with. But I'm not going to go into any great details or any personal issues in regards to that. I'm just going to lay out a few things. And I believe that. But what I'm trying to say is this, and I'm going to move on. We talk about equal rights for all. And that's all well and good. But as a people, if we don't provide equal time between yourself and other family members to have honest conversations about the things you need to talk about as family so you can actually iron out problems and deal with issues together as a family, that family's going to fall apart. Just this. That's all there's to it. Well, guys, that's all I got for right now. It's DJ Wolf.